In this video, we'll see that depression can combine with the higher energy symptoms like irritability or agitation, and combine in very odd, sometimes rapidly changing ways. What looks like an episode of depression actually has three parts, three elements. The three elements are energy, thought, and mood. An episode of depression can have high or low energy, usually low, but not always. And it can have very slow or very fast, intense thinking. By definition, during a depression, mood will be low. But these three parts of your experience can vary independent of one another, creating complex mixtures of mood, energy, and thought. For example, suppose mood and energy go way down, as shown by the green and red lines here. And thought speed or creativity, the blue line, goes down somewhat as well. Well, that would be a fairly typical episode of depression. But when thought and mood are down, but energy goes way up, we might call that an agitated depression or an anxious depression. These are not bipolar states. Any kind of depression can do this. When the paths of thought and mood and energy separate from each other like this, we call it a mixed state.
What's so important about mixed states? Well, antidepressants can make them worse, and antidepressants can cause them. So in the case of mixed states, we're just more cautious about what's going on with antidepressants and whether to use them or not.
But what's the time frame we're looking at here? Hours, days, months? Well, it turns out that all of these different rates are possible. Cycles can last months or weeks or days or, according to some mood specialists, even hours, although that is somewhat controversial. What is clear is that mixed states are highly variable, changeable. They don't look like cycling like people expect bipolar disorder to do, like manic depressive phases. Instead, they're a continuous experience of mood weirdness. So telling us apart from PTSD or other agitated depressions can be very difficult. That's why those markers we looked at in the second video are so important. Now, if you're confused, that's okay, because figuring out what kind of depression you have is really difficult sometimes. If in doubt, complete that mood check questionnaire and discuss it with your treatment team. Now, you've seen three videos on mood diagnosis. Their main points: first, because treatments are different depending on where you are on the mood spectrum, we ask not, do you have bipolar depression, but where are you on the mood spectrum? How much bipolarity do you have, if any? Second, check your markers, not just your symptoms. Family history, age of first depression, number of episodes, and reaction to antidepressants. And third, depression is not always simple or clean or kind of uniform. Mixed states, which can happen to anyone, anywhere on the mood spectrum, are weird. You'll see that they play a big role in deciding whether or not you should take an antidepressant or continue one. Now, if you decide that you might be in the middle of this mood spectrum somewhere, you should learn more about your treatment options. That's coming up in the next three videos.